Konnichiwa, Feronius des. Yes, welcome back to a Creative 444 update. What have I been doing in June? Well, mostly exercise, I would say. You can't see it on me, but I've exercised a lot, or at least tried to, but my right foot suddenly didn't want to. Well, never mind. Otherwise, I have been doing... Let's see, I have a list. Of course I have a list. I always have a list. There are 4 things I want to do, or at least try to. Every day I try to do at least one of these 4 things, and it should be exercise number 1. One thing that I have been a lot of is the Minecraft Advent calendar that I'm building my way through. I have this book, and this book should turn into Minecraft Advent calendar. First of all, it is in Swedish. It's from 1968. The text is hardly Swedish even. Now I had to scan all the pages, and then I had to make those pages become text with an OCR program, and then I had to take each of those texts and make it into English, and now I'm sitting with a complete English version that is totally scrambled. It does not look like English even, and I'm not really good at English, but I can see there are so many stuff that is wrong, and then I want to have it sound a bit like this one. So yeah, that is what I've been doing a lot. Building, not that much. But that's one. And then I had, let's see if I can change. That's always fun. No, it does not work. Oh, there it is. And then I had worked with something called Map Tool. Map Tool is by far one of the easiest ones to use. Those of you who were with me when we played some Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition will probably recognize the name Map Tool. And you have all the things you need actually. Here we have the referee, he's out here, and we have the ball. Let's say that I want to kick this ball. I have all the ball things in macros up here. So let's say that we put a ball kickoff, we put it there, and then it should bounce. You rolled a 4, you check this one. It rolled 4 and it scattered 1 step. So you move that ball like that. And then later on it has to bounce 1 more, and then we bounce it. And it bounces 1 square even further in 4. Now this is all randomized with macros. So if I open a macro like the ball kickoff for edit, let's see if we are able. No, you can't see it. Then we don't bother. Oh, there it is. You see, H is secret. Keep it secret. Roll 1d8. Then you rolled that one. BR is the same thing we use in everything. Oh, you can't still see it. Okay, then we don't bother with this. But still, it's easy once you have put yourself into it. What I have done with Blood Bowl is that I have tried to check Living Rulebook version 6, I think it is, and check if I can make those ones. And while that was happening, they suddenly start to do yet another new Blood Bowl, and it will be out together with a computer game called Blood Bowl 3. So suddenly there are even more rules, and they have removed some of the rules that I knew. So I've stopped at Living Rulebook, which is actually what Jarvis Johnson is doing, and Games Workshop has suddenly decided, oh, we need to make money out of this. That's fun. Now, once I was ready with this, let's see if I can do this. I I start with phase 3, as I call it, of my own board game called Dogfight EFO, or IFO, Identified Flying Object. You are supposedly going to fly around on this one, this big board, and we have Barry Globin there, and we have Helmut Schmidt. He's in a Spitfire Mark 1, I think. And this one is in a Messerschmitt Bf 109E. It's very important that you say E. Now, each of these have different types. But, as you probably can see over here, I haven't been working as much with the macros. Not yet. And I haven't done the rules either. So I'm trying to make the rules, and then I try to test it in Map Tool. Because you should really have a big board and do stuff on that. But since I'm doing everything alone, and everything. So I've started to do this. However, back to this one. What has happened is something completely awesome, or should I say, yeah. I have new green stuff coming in. And green stuff for me is what I make figurines out of, player markers, whatever I can find. Now, let me show you. I have made casting things inside Lego. Hope you can see, yes. And inside here you can have a figurine. There is a hair. Let's see, you can't hardly see it, but that should be an orc, Blood Bowl orc blitzer later on. So you put this green stuff inside, put pressure on, and let it dry for, let's say, a day or so. Here I have, here's my bouncers. They are like 3 Michelin tires. And there's the platform they should have. So these are going to be for one of my board games, The Escape. So if I only can get me my stuff. Now the problem is that you can't really get this one to fit 100%, but so you have to do a lot of work afterwards. I have one more here, and this is what is this? This is probably the bottom half, or should I say the body of a robot. The head is gone. I've totally screwed up the head. I don't want the head. Oh yes, I want. But I have little tiny balls that I would glue on later on. So when the green stuff comes, this is one of the projects that I want to work with. Yes, sir. Right, that was that. Then we have Japanese. As you probably could understand. I'm doing Japanese every day, even 5-7 days a week. I just do. And there's so many easy stuff to do it. I have had some Steam games, Let's Learn Japanese, like hiragana, vocabulary. There is even kanji, katakana. There is also, I think you can do kanji sudoku or something like that. Not doing that at the moment. I have only just made my way through hiragana, which is the simpler form of the Japanese signs, but it was not that easy if you just rehearse and use. And the thing with languages is if you don't use it, you lose it. It is that simple. So I'll try to use it. I'm giving my son hard times because I say Japanese words to him like farewell, see you later, javamata, and so on. And he just looks at me like, can't you just speak normally? he understands everything, so it's no big deal. But he doesn't think that we should talk Japanese in this department. I don't know. Perhaps we shouldn't. Perhaps we should. I have no idea. But my main program, I should see if I can show you. My main program is something called Anki. A-N-K-I. It's the best one that I've found so far, and it is a SRS thing, a program that helps you with cards. If you're using cards with a front and a back, you have the name on one side, and then you flip over and get the right word on the other side. Now that's cool, but who wants to have like 5,000 different cards? It's a stack of them. This is what I have been collecting, and everything that you see has a lot of new ones. Now these are updated all the time. I have something called MNNet. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea. And as you can see, it is in Swedish, so I can use that. And you can have everything you want. If you want to learn Swedish, there is tons of it, and I can help you. But what I've done is that I've done my own card decks, because this is what you have. I have a deck. Let's say I've stolen this one. This is kana, this is hiragana. So if I want to repeat that thing, I thought I should save it, but let's show you. I'll do this and study now, okay. And then he shows me this one, and now I have to remember which one is this. Now, since it doesn't have the tail, it has to be me. I'm just guessing. No, I'm not.
Me.
Me. He says me. So that was right. Then I can say I was right because I knew that I shouldn't forget it in 6 days, 12 days, 16 days. I can choose whatever. I think I can keep that one in my head for 12 days. And that was that. Now, if you return in 16 days, you don't understand. Oh, what was that? Then you just put it on 5 days or next day, whatever. Here we have, this is a smaller one. So that one is a chi. Spells like this. Chi. But that is a U. So you take away the jot and the U, and that one is this one, but you take that one away, and then you hold it. Should I say no? I should. Chu. I was right. I put that on 11 days because it's hard to remember them when you don't use them. So now I have trained my hiragana for today. I should probably get through something else. Now these ones are my own. These are my list, my decks that I have made according to how I want to learn stuff. So what I do is I make it first, put the kana. It can be hiragana, it can be katakana, and it can actually also be kanji, and I haven't learned any kanji. But since everything is pronounceable, I make sure that they pronounce it. Machi, she says. Now that means town in my world. So let's see if it says stad. It does. Now this is Swedish, because I don't see any reason for me to learn English again. Because if I don't understand that and I don't understand the English words, then it's totally useless. So I'm making my own Swedish version. It takes some time, and I'm building up, and I'm using different types of programs on Steam and all that. The vocabulary, for instance, had a lot of words that is usable, like table and bookcase and all that. I use those words more or less. Books, for instance, is something that I use more or less every day. So why don't use the the Japanese word for it, hon. So why not? So I feel that was easy. I put that on 14 days. You see, there are different types of equalizer here. I decide if I will remember this 6 days, 11 days or 14 days. Let's say 11 days. Hera is actually very hard because I have been doing some really backdrops on this. This is a spatula, I think. It's called stekspade in Swedish. Yes, I remembered for once. Kusuri. Let's see, within here. Kusuri. I don't remember this. So, if I don't remember, I can see it is spelled Q, su, ri. So I can spell it out and then keep my hiragana safe as well. But I don't remember what it means. Okay, so medicine. All right, I didn't remember. Give it to me again in 10 minutes. Hachi should be 8. Yes.
Gomibako.
Oh, there. Gomibaku. I don't remember this. Is this flour? I think it's flour. Nope, it was the trash can. Okay, so this is what I do. I do this every day, guaranteed. And you just do it, let's say 5, 10, perhaps 15 minutes, and then you have walked it through. And the quicker you go through with it, the more you actually have had remembered, which is nice. Now, there is, however, always the reason. If you don't use it, you lose it. So what is my goals with this Japanese? Well, first of all, I'm not going to Japan. We know that. So I've been putting up 3 different things that I feel I could do. First of all, a short presentation on YouTube in Japanese without editing. Yes, without editing. That last part is very hard because that means that I have to make sure that I read everything properly, or if I don't even read it, I should just take it from my head. I should just remember what to say without editing. That's the first one. And then I want to work with text. It might be a lyric or a book or whatever. I want to work with that. In order to do that, I need to learn how the verbs and the particles work. I am far from that, so a couple of years perhaps. And third, I want to do a yapping in Japanese. A full-blown yapping in Japanese. Now that is something totally different because I always do my yapping like 70% improv and 30% is written down. Sometimes it's not even that. If you do it ad lib, then it's more fun, I feel. But doing it Japanese ad lib, that's no, perhaps 10%. I don't know. But again, that is like, let's say 5 years from now. But it is a project and I'm having fun with it. And that is what Creative 444 should be and really are for me. It is fun. Okay, I hope to get back to you in a month's time and give you more on update on what I'm doing, or perhaps I'm changing something, but there are some things that I need to do. Perhaps I'm avoiding the board games and do something else. I will see. I haven't really decided yet. But at the moment, Japanese, exercise and the advent calendar, those 3 are on for quite some time, I would say. Right. Thank you for watching. Keep yourself safe. Till next time. Bye.